Welcome to Yoga with Stephen. This video is part of our meditation series. Today we're going on a journey from what we can see to what we can hear to what we can feel. From the agitated front of the brain looking out for trouble to the calm, focused, recollected midbrain rooted in the present moment, down into the flowing heart, flowing out into the all and everywhere. And in so doing, we're going to go on an ancient, archetypal and universal journey from the eyes and visual forms, which yoga calls Yantra, to the ears and sound waves, which yoga calls mantra, down into the spacious being of the flowing heart, which yoga calls Dhyana or meditation. So let's meditate. Now we're going to actually start our meditation, in fact, by opening our eyes and becoming aware of everything that we can see. Now we're not going to move our head, but if we want we can move our eyes, and we're just trying to notice perhaps a detail that we haven't noticed before, just coming into the present moment, getting out of our mind and getting out of our preoccupations, using our senses to become vibrantly present. And now we're going to close our eyes and we're going to become aware of everything that we can hear. Once again, we're living in the present moment, using our senses to come back into what is happening now. This is, of course, a classic mindfulness practice. And again, we're trying to pick out sounds that we can hear just to show that we're awake and alert. A few moments ago there was a plane in the air. I can hear the flowing of water. Noticing sounds that are close, noticing sounds that are far, noticing sounds that are constant, noticing sounds that change and come and go. And now we're going to go a little deeper and become aware of what we can feel. And at this stage, we're focusing on physical sensation once again, to get us out of our mind into our senses as they're experiencing the present moment, into our natural condition, you might say. What physical sensations can you feel? The feeling of the hands touching each other, the feeling of the arms on the legs perhaps, the feeling of the pelvis on the ground, the feeling of the air around the body, the feeling of warmth and coolness, possibly usually coolness outside the body and warmth inside the body. The sensation of keeping yourself sitting up, the feeling of balance, but also the feeling of lifting yourself up through the spine, but also the feeling of relaxing down through your muscles. Notice any pain that's anywhere in your body, and also notice any pleasurable feelings. There's actually a large number of senses that we can tune into, that scientists have identified. How we feel the present moment. So now we're going to do this cycle again. What we can see, what we can hear, what we feel. But each time we're going to take it into a deeper level. So we're opening the eyes again, but this time I'm not picking out anything in particular, but rather I'm becoming aware of the whole scene, perhaps in the way that an impressionist painter sees things, how everything is flowing into everything else, and what is the overall picture, the relationships between everything, how everything flows into everything else, the sense of the whole picture, the colours and the shapes. And then behind the colours and the shapes, what if we're not aware of colours and shapes? What if we're seeing like a baby sees? What if we're seeing for the first time? Becoming aware of the actual sensation of pure vision, of just seeing, the flow of that visual sense as it flows into our brain. Now we're going to close those eyes and once again tune into what we can hear, but this time we're not picking out individual sounds, but we're listening to the whole sound. We're listening to the whole symphony that is greeting our ears, as if it was a connected, harmonized piece of music. What is the soundtrack that is flowing into our ears? And what is the feeling of the soundtrack? What's the message of the soundtrack? Might be peace. Sat here at the Lake District, it feels like peace and harmony. And so now we're going to travel back into the feeling dimension, but this time not physical sensation, but more how am I feeling? And so perhaps you might think of emotion, or you might just think of, general, how am I feeling? I might be feeling out of sorts, or I might be feeling aligned. I might be feeling at peace, or I might be feeling frustrated, for example. I might be feeling peaceful and rested, or might be feeling traumatized. Become aware of how you are actually feeling. How am I feeling? Okay, so we're going to repeat this round one more time, the third time, but we're going to go deeper still. So this time, we're not going to open our eyes, but we are going to visualize. So we're going to activate our inner vision, our powers of concentration and focus. And this is how yogis practice the power of concentration. They start first of all by practicing visualization, then they move on to mantra, and then they become absorbed in the flow state of meditation. And you can find this sequence in all spiritual traditions. Visualizing scenes in Buddha's life or Christ's life, for example, if you're going to use Buddhism and Christianity as an example. Repeating prayers, mantras, that's the sound dimension. Feeling the presence of God or getting into the state of being as in Buddhism, that's the feeling state. So we're going to start with a visualization. A simple visualization. We're just going to visualize a candle flame in front of our eyes, burning gently. As if it was between the eyes but in front of the eyes. See if you can visualize a candle flame. Now you're going to imagine that candle flame is traveling into the center, into your midbrain. And you're going to imagine that light radiating out from your brain, surrounding your head with an aura of light, lighting up the cells in your brain from darkness to light. Now that candle flame is going to travel down into your chest. You're going to visualize it lighting up your chest, filling your chest with light, radiating out from your heart. So your chest is now glowing with light, transforming dark feelings into light feelings, from hatred into love, radiating light and warmth from your heart center. Now you're visualizing that candle flame is traveling down into your solar plexus, filling your depths with light, radiating light in all directions from your solar plexus, filling your unconscious and your subconscious with light rather than darkness, with peace rather than anxiety. Peace in your solar plexus, love in your heart, and light in your head. And so now we're going to turn this from visualization into mantra. And we're going to do what is called what I call the 4-step breath. Breathing into your tummy, think peace, peace, peace. Breathing out of your heart, think love, love, love. Focus on your spine for a moment, lift yourself up, thinking light, light, light in the middle of your head. And then the 4th breath, relax down with an empty mind. Breathing into your tummy, plant the seeds of peace, peace, peace. Breathing out of your heart, radiate love, love, love. Breathing into the middle of your head, lifting yourself up, light, light, light. And the 4th breath, just let go. And we're just going to take this mantra a little bit deeper. We're going to use a word that's well known universally, A-lle-lu-ia, 4-syllable word, to see if we can get beyond the analysing mind into a pure vibration. Breathing into the tummy, ah, out of the heart, lay, into the middle of the head, lu, 4th breath, ya, into the tummy, ah, out of the heart, lay, into the middle of the head, lu, 4th breath, ya, silently repeating, ah, lay, lu, ya, ah, lay, lu, ya, ah, lay, lu, ya, ah, lay, lu, ya. And you might find you become absorbed in a delicious flow, feeling the flow. You become aware of the feeling of being. Not how you are feeling, but the feeling of being, flowing through like a river into the ocean, absorbed in a delicious moment, perhaps hovering like a cloud in the sky, perhaps balancing like a ball on a fountain, perhaps rising like a hot air balloon. Feeling the flow. Let yourself go. Wonderful. So we're going to finish our meditation there, opening our eyes. Have a wonderful day.